Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to give infinity honors to the Lord and his son. God's name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shai. All right? Who y'all call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai. Okay? Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rekah Kodash. Okay? The name of this sit down is going to be called Y'all would never get reparations. Ever, 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 ever get reparations. Okay? The only way, if they decide to give y'all any type of money, reparations, is going to be attached with the RFID chip. It's going to be attached with a microchip, meaning that the only way you could access this money is through a microchip. My name is Priest Aharon Mayum. I represent the Shepherds of Berea Camp. Let's get it. You're never going to get reparations. Point blank, period. Okay? This is Biden. It says what? It says Biden sends 106 billion aid requests to Congress for Israel, Ukraine, and Gaza. You see? They're able to pull money out of thin air. You know? Money out of thin air. Anytime they want. But for some reason, they keep skipping you niggas. They keep skipping you. You're not going to get reparations, man. It says the Biden administration on Friday submitted a $106 billion request to Congress for military and humanitarian aid for Israel and Ukraine and humanitarian assistance for Gaza, insisting lawmakers had obligations to support U.S. allies up to tyranny and aggression worldwide. Okay? All the aggressions that happen to you blacks, you so-called African Americans, you so-called West Indians, you so-called Haitians, you so-called Latinos, getting killed in the streets by all the aggression everybody done gave us, hanging us on trees, burning crosses in our yards, bombing schools, bombing Black Wall Street, Devil's Punch Bowl, Lake Lanier. Should I go on? Trayvon Martin, Yusuf Hawkins, all the aggression that we've been going through. And then y'all want us to stand up and pick a side. And I'm going to say this again. You Hebrew Israelites that's on them corners, you better not say a goddamn thing about Hamas, Palestine, and Israel, man. Stay in the spirit, man. The spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says White House officials spelled out the urgency of requests at a morning press briefing, okay? It says Joe Biden assertion and a televised address to the nation on Thursday night from Oval Office that were links between the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine and the deadly attacks on Israel by Hamas on October 7th. I'm gonna keep going down, see if I can get some more news. Check this out. It says this right here. Shalonda Young. I wonder who Shalonda Young is with a name like this, right? Shalonda Young. The Biden administration budget director. So all you people that's complaining about money, guess what? Guess what? Let's see who Shalonda Young is. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong, Shalonda Young. Maybe I'm wrong. Ooh, look. The person that's in control of the office is a so-called black woman. Do she look like she's going to get anything done? Shrek Jr., do you think she's going to get anything done, or do you think she's in there as a token to play the game? She's not doing nothing. She controls the budget. Let's see what Shalonda Young says. And I'm going to jump into the scriptures. Shalonda Young, the Biden administration budget director, urged politicians to act swiftly. Let's see if it acts swiftly for African American reparations, slave reparations. On Friday, as she had the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, laid out details of the supplement funding request, which includes $61.4 billion for Ukraine, incorporating replenishment of U.S. weapons, stocks, $14.3 billion for Israel, and $9.15 billion for unspecified humanitarian assistance in both countries and blockaded Gaza Strip Palestinian territory. I am done. I am done. If you don't get the picture, y'all not getting nothing. Okay? Y'all might as well enroll in Jacob's Trouble University. You might as well enroll in JT University because you ain't getting dog shit, man. And you people going to learn. Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Y'all keep on going and trusting, thinking the government. You know why you act like that? Because from the time that we was born, right, we was taught that if you want anything to happen, then you go to the government. You go to the so-called the governmental division. Okay? If you want to be a U.S. citizen, you got to get your Social Security card. You want to drive, you got to get your driver's license from them. You was taught that they the only movers and shakers. And they not. Verse 9, Psalm 118 and 9. It is better to trust in the Lord. It's saying it double. To trust in the Lord. All these billions of dollars, you ain't getting shit. You think these people don't know who you are? It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. Than to put confidence in princes and man. You're not getting nothing. Shalonda. Okay? So-called Israelite woman is imposition of the budget. You think she said, yo, you know what? Let's put $10 billion to the side for African Americans. You're not getting nothing. America is doing the interest. They're going to take care of their interest and will keep their company flowing, flourishing. America is a company, man. And you're going to learn. You're not getting nothing from your oppressor. Shalonda Young ain't give you nothing. Look at that face. She ain't doing nothing. Look at that face. She knows she full of shit, man. All right? And that's why you got Charleston White going crazy. Look what he going to say.
Sending no motherfucking aid to Ukraine and Israel, and we can't even get reparations in our own country. We can't even get aid in our own nation.
You're not getting reparations, Charleston.
Our schools are struggling, nigga. Our communities are lacking with youth engagement programs. And we sending money and aid, and we can't get nothing down here. And
as he's smoking his blunt, huh? Goddamn nacho cheese dipping, beef jerky eating, monster drink slurping nigga. You're not getting nothing. Yeah, the schools is messed up. Yeah, there's gun violence all over the ghettos. They don't give a damn. They showing you.
Ghetto or these poor niggas arenas. All our entertainers, they don't give us nothing, homie. Our mothers bury children day after day, year after year, month after month. Our entertainers, our celebrities, our athletes, they don't give us nothing.
So if they don't give us nothing, what y'all should be doing is coming up under the banner of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, the Bible. Coming together and being what? Self-sufficient. Under the banner of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Stop depending on these people, man.
Donate to our GoFundMe, but let these motherfucking Israeli Jews die. These niggas jumping and clapping and Putin for them. But they don't do this for us. They don't send us nothing, homie. They don't help nobody bury black. They don't help nobody do nothing black. But soon as Israel get attacked, all of our greatest celebrities turn their posters off your walls.
And you ain't gonna get a goddamn thing, all right? And you know what's even more worse than that? Huh? I'm gonna show y'all brothers, man. Sirach 40 and 28. It says, my son, lead not a beggar's life. And what you just seen was a grown man begging. Begging. Okay? It says, for better it is to die than to beg. It is better for you to die than to beg at the hands of your damn enemy. We have enough mobile men that if they could stop their lusts, stop their addictions, stop their partying, could come together and we could figure it out. But you're not going to do it. It is better to die than to beg. Verse 29, the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for life. Because when you rely on others to give you your food, your water, your shelter, your clothing, your medicine, man, they will always control you, man. They will always control you, man. They always going to control you, man. That's why we constantly being disappointed, man. You don't even have a life if you dependent on another man's table, man. You don't. It says what? It says, for he polluted himself with other man's meat. And that's what happened. We done polluted ourselves with other man's meat. We got so accustomed to the supermarkets. We got so accustomed to the outlet stores, the malls. We forgot to make our own clothes. We totally done polluted ourselves. All the restaurants, we forgot how to cook. All the clubs, Instagram. We forgot how to love one another. We forgot how to be more sociable. They made social media to make us less sociable, man. So we polluted ourselves. For he polluted himself with other man's meat. But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof. And that's only dealing with the elect men. Not no nigga named Charleston White, man. That's only dealing with the elect men. We're going to beware of these things, man. It says 30, begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless. You see? Begging is sweet. It's like Manuka honey. It's like a Snicker bar. It's like Sour Patches. It's sweet in the mouth of a shameless, man. But in his belly, there shall burn a fire. And that's what you're seeing. Look at Hugh Vance. Hugh Van Ellis, one of the last Tesla race massacre survivors. He dies at age 102. It says he died waiting on justice. His grandnephew says of Ellis, who was an outspoken activist for reparation of the 1921 massacre. This is a man that been begging his whole life, man. And he died begging. He died waiting for justice and never got it. Charleston White, this is you in the future. This is you, if it even lasts this long. If this world even goes this long before Yahweh shall come back. This is you. Shameless. Your belly. But in his belly there shall burn a fire. In your belly is a fire. These people are making begging sound cool, man. Check it out. It says one of the last known survivors of Tulsa race massacre of 1921 has died. His family has confirmed in a statement. Okay? Check it out. It says, I want to get the point and I'm going to wrap it up. It says he was one of the most outspoken activists for reparation over the massacre and fought for them on behalf of Tulsa black communities, talking about Black Wall Street, for decades. But his grandnephew, Ike Howard, told CNN he died waiting on justice. And look how he died. If I could find it. We already know what happened. It said the Tulsa race massacre was one of the deadliest cases of racist violence in U.S. history. Where's the reparation for that? It began when a white mob stormed an area of Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, referred to as Black Wall Street, because it was one of the wealthiest black communities in the U.S. at that time. More than 35 city blocks of homes, businesses, churches were in ruins after the mob looted them and set them on fire. They also got help from police also. It says historians estimate up to 300 people died. I think it said this man, I just want to go see if I can find it. think he died from cancer, man. I mean, there's people that was affected by this, man. That was totally affected, man. He lived a beggar's life. Oh, here you go. Hugh Van Ellis died from cancer Monday night at the age of 102. This man has been begging, man, for a very long time, man. You see that? 102. Check that out, man. It's sad, man. This is the book of Sirach 29:21. It says the chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame. And they controlling all of that. They're controlling your water, okay? And that's what I'm saying. We depending on these people. We relying on them, man. Instead of understanding that we need to rely on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You got to understand that. It says, better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage, all right? It's better the life of a poor man in a mean college. If you had a small little home, you know, even if we had our own little section, you know, in our own land where we can function, it's better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house. And that's what's going on. We got comfortable in another man's house, man. Get your own house. And that's why we telling our people what? To come into the house of David. Come into the house of David. Stop trying to go into this house that's already destroyed. Why do you think Martin Luther King said, I think I brought my people into a burning house? You should have brought them into the house of King David, the house of David. It says what? Be it little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house. All right? Be there little or much, man. No matter how big or small, all right? Your house is, it could be small, it could be a 500 square feet is your house. This truth is about having our own house. Not saying that we Americans. Understand that we from the house of King David, man. The house of David. It says, for it is miserable life to go from house to house. And that's what our people doing. They going from house to house. They trying to make YouTube their house. They trying to make Instagram their house. They going from house to house. They going to Japan. Passport bros. They want to go to Vietnam. And they going everywhere except for the house of David. For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth. And that's why they making a big deal about, yo, Black Lives Matter, we're not going to speak up. We don't even have a say-so here. We don't even have a voice here. If we say something that goes against the norm, we're anti-Semitic. We're anti-Semitic. Because we don't want to follow their narrative. We don't give a damn about, the Hebrew Israelites don't give a damn about Palestine, Hamas, Israel, none of that. Al-Qaeda, Putin, none of them. We care about what's going on with the nation of Israel. Okay? Period. Verse 25. Thou shalt entertain and feast and have no thanks. And that's what's going on right now. We out here entertaining. We doing all the movies. We doing all the basketball, football, boxing, feasting, and nobody gives us any props. Nobody thanks us for nothing. Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words. And that's what we hearing because we in somebody else's house. Like it tells you in Micah 2:10, this is not your rest. Verse 26, come thou stranger and furnish a table and feed me of that thou hast ready. So when you in somebody's house, they look at you as a flunky. When I call Uber, you know what I see driving Ubers? I see black women, African American black woman, Native American black women and men, African American black women and men, West Indian black women and men, DoorDash. I see the same Amazon. I see the same people. Verse 27, give place, thou stranger, to an honorable man. All right? My brother cometh to be lodged, and I have need of my house. So at any given time, they could be like, yo, I got company come over. Yo, you gonna have to go somewhere. And that's what's happening now. Check this out.
A growing number of Chinese migrants are crossing into the United States from Mexico without visas, taking irregular overland routes across Latin America. Over the course of 3 weeks, Reuters witnessed hundreds of Chinese nationals along an isolated border stretch in southeastern Texas. Reuters interviewed more than 24 of them. All of those interviewed said they got the idea to take the land route on social media and drew on influencers, private groups, and comments to plan their trips.
See? They don't have no need for you no more. Verse 27, give place, thou stranger, talking about you black, Latinos, Native Americans, to an honorable man. You got the so-called Chinese coming into the borders. You got a lot of Hamites coming into the borders, Africans. You got a lot of Palestinians, Muslims coming into the border because they done with you. They got other people that could work cheap labor. And of course, they got our brothers coming in the northern tribe. But all that is going to be for a bigger play. It's going to be race wars here in America. Thus saith the Bible. Okay? It says, my brother cometh to be lodged, and I have need of my house. Verse 28, these things are grievous to a man of understanding. Bro, you think I like living here? I have no choice. Okay? I have no choice. This is grievous to see my people complaining, to see my people working with the government and not trying to help their people out while they're in those positions. These things are grievous to a man of understanding, that to not have your own house. It says, the upbraiding of a house room and the reproach of the lender, and reproaching of the lender. You got Bill Gates, you got BlackRock, they buying up all this property. You got people that never experienced, man, what it's like to actually have their own home, man. And it's coming. You're not getting no reparations. You know what you're about to get enrolled to? Jacob's Trouble University, JT University. This is Jeremiah 30:7. And yes, we're going to keep on bringing out the same precepts. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It ain't going to be nothing like it. Nothing. Like nothing ever seen before. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So you're never going to get reparations, but what you're going to get, you're going to get enrolled to JT University, Jacob's Trouble University. That's what you're going to get. Okay? That's what you're going to get. And it's funny because while all this stuff is going on in the news with Israel, Hamas, everything that's going on, Ukraine, Russia, here it is, you got these rappers. Normally the music would show a reflection of what's going on in real life. You know, like you had back in the day, self-destruction. You had it for self-destruction. You know, we always had conscious music. UNITY by Queen Latifah, trying to tell brothers to unify. Okay? What's going on? We had guys like Marvin Gaye, Curtis Mayfield, you know? But this is the music. I just want to show this real quick. Look at these goofballs.
What is this? Maybach music. I like it.
These niggas is talking about Maybach music. These dudes is talking about Maybach music, Shaq and Kobe. The music is not even adding up. It's not even adding up to what's going on.
Niggas wanna see you lose when you're making moves. We bringing tools in any rooms, we try to break the rules. Niggas is haters, they ain't goons, we try to make a fool. I never thought I'd make Forbes before I made the news.
These niggas is talking about making the Forbes. And there's a whole war going on. You got a Maury Stoudemire bugging the fuck out. You got people getting killed in the streets. You got innocent people dying, fentanyl, overdosing all over, homelessness. All these stores is closing. Cryptocurrency. And these niggas talking about goons and making the Forbes list.
I made the news. Having a threesome with some bitches and still ain't amused.
Having a threesome with some girls and he's not amused. My niggas, shut up. Shut your dumb ass up, man. These dudes is cornballs, man. And you're not gonna get reparations. You're not getting nothing. Niggas in this video looking like they on their second trimester, man. Looking sick, man. Unbelievable, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy 8 and 2. It says, and thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness. And that's what's coming up. That's what's coming. It's about to get real dry out here, man. You about to go through 40 years of fasting, all that goons and Maybach music and driving Bentleys and having Rolexes. Y'all niggas about to be on a famine. It says, 40 years in the wilderness to humble thee. So the Most High brought you to the wilderness to humble thee. And when you look at the word humble, right, it means what? It says to afflict, to humble, to exercise, to be occupied, be busy with. See, when Jacob's trouble come, when it's time to enroll into the University of JT University, Jacob's Trouble University, you niggas gonna be busy. Y'all gonna be occupied. You're gonna have to figure things out. It says to afflict, to oppress. The Most High is going to oppress you guys, man. It says the idea of looking down. You dudes gonna be having your head down, to defile, to force, to humble. Most High gonna humble you dudes, man. He gonna weaken you dudes, man. A lot of people gotta be humble, man. These niggas is talking about Bentleys and Maybachs in a time of war. These dudes is off as hell. It says, which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness to humble thee. You about to go on a fast. And you know what? Fasting is good. Fasting is good. It says essentially, it's an article from Boulder's Medical Center. Essentially, fasting cleanses our body of toxins and forces cells into processes that are not usually stimulated when a steady stream of fuel from food is always present. So the Most High is going to cleanse Israel of all their toxins, man. And fasting is good. It's good for reducing inflammation, all right? It boosts cognitive performance. It protects from chronic diseases, improve overall fitness. Fasting is good. And that's what you niggas need. You Negroes need fasting. 40 years. Hey, y'all, it ain't going to be 40 years, but you need to go through this Jacob's trouble, man. You need to. It says what? And to prove thee, humble thee, and to prove thee, to know what was in thy heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. Verse 3, and he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger. So the Most High actually made Israel to the point where they was hungry. And they had to pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for food. Okay? See, when you go through Jacob's Trouble University, all right, your major is going to be in fear. And your minor is going to be an appreciation of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay? You're going to learn to fear the Lord. You niggas going to learn. Tired of you motherfuckers, man. And feed thee, it says, and suffered thee the hunger and fed thee with manna. Why did the Most High feed Jake with manna? Because they went through they actually had to pray and ask for food. Look at the word manna. That word manna, right? Let's see what that word means.
Strong's H4478. Man.
The word manna means the bread from heaven. This is bread from heaven that fed the Israelites for 40 years of wilderness wanderings. The word manna means, what is it? A whatness, so to speak. Call from the question about it. What is it? And that's going to happen. Because there ain't going to be no stores open. It ain't going to be no Target, no BJ's open. All right? Hey, but brothers, you got to believe that you're going to be fed. The scripture says there's nothing new under the sun. So if the Most High fed us with manna back then, he's going to do it again. Verse 3, Deuteronomy 8:3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knowest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doeth man live. And that's why Yahweh Shah said that to Satan in Matthew 4:4. Okay? We live by everything the Lord says, man. That's what we live by. That's what we live by. You are a man because the Most High told you you was a man. He made you into a man. And whatever the Most High say, you stuck in that box. I don't care if you want to be a transgender man. You want to transform into a man. You still a woman. All right? Why are you still a woman? Why are you still a woman? Because what did it say? Let me get this precept real quick. No matter what you do, you're still subject to it. Leviticus 15 and 19. I just want to get this real quick. This is a sidebar. Leviticus 15 and 19. It says that if a woman, Salakia, Leviticus 15 and 19, and if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, talking about her menstrual cycle, she shall be put apart 7 days. And whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening. How can you keep the law on that? Because you don't know, it's girls that come outside on their period and run up and down the belt line, run up and down and go on marathons. And it's girls that be on their period preaching in churches, man. That whole church is defiled according to the scriptures, man. So you see when it says, every man shall live by the words of the Most High, you stuck, man. You need more than food. Pretty much. You need the Most High. Verse 20, and everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. How do you keep the laws with that? Explain that to me. I'll wait. Okay? It says that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doeth man live, man. Pretty much, you need more than food. You need the Most High. That is your food, man. That is it. That is it. And what is manna? That's what we want to go there. Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 20. It says, instead whereof thou feedest thy own people with angels' food. So what was manna? Manna was actual angels' food. So angels do eat. And did it send them from heaven bread prepared without their labor, able to content every man's delight and agreeing to every taste. So that manna, whatever you want it to taste like, it could taste like. If you wanted the bread to taste like fried chicken, it could taste like it. Huh? Now imagine if you had a patent on that. Imagine if you had the patent on manna. I know Esau be trying to come up with shit like that, you know? It says, for thy sustenance, declare thy sweetness unto thy children, and serving to the appetite of the eater, see, serving to the appetite of the eater, tempered itself to every man's liking, man. You see? This is Psalm 78 and 23. Though he had commanded the clouds from above and opened the doors of heaven, and had rained down manna upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven. Man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full, man. So that's what manna is, man. Manna is beautiful, man. It says, Deuteronomy 8 and 4, thy raiment wax not old upon thee, neither thy feet swell these 40 years, man. So for 40 years, their garments never got holes in it. They was eating manna every day, and they was fed water every day. Can you imagine me in a damn desert, as hot as it is? Deuteronomy 8 and 14, I'm jumping down. Then thy heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy God, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And that's what's happening. These guys' heart is lifted up, and they going to ask for their enemies for reparation. Verse 15, who led thee through the great and terrible wilderness, aka the wilderness of sin, wherein were fiery serpents, scorpions, and droughts, where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint. So we was able to get water in the desert through a rock. Check that out. We didn't have to get Aquafina. We didn't get an alkaline water machine. Okay. We didn't pay a water bill. It just came out of a rock. And you might say, man, you believe this? That you really ate angels' food, man? You believe that a man could tell if his wife cheating by making a concoction? You believe that Moses really threw his stick and turned to a serpent? You goddamn right I believe that. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You niggas still believe in goddamn Christmas. Halloween in my neighborhood. They got pumpkins laying all over the goddamn yard. Yeah. I believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It says, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob didn't know about this. That he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at the latter end. And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hand have gotten me this wealth. And that's what's going on. These dudes thinking that they getting rich based off their own strength. You niggas need 40 years of fasting. I can't wait till Jacob's trouble come. And I don't know how many years it's going to be, but you guys need it, man. And the first class you're going to take at that university is pridometry. Not geometry, pridometry, man. You niggas need it, man. Y'all too proud. Now I'm going to jump back to verse 17. And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of my hand have gotten me this wealth. Rick Ross, Meek Mills. Verse 18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth. He's the one that giveth you a soul, a spirit, to even get wealth. He puts you in position to get anything. That he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers as it is this day, man. That's heavy, man. And that's what's coming. Trouble. Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? I'm going to jump to Psalm 99. All right? It's one of my favorite precepts. Psalm 99. It says, the Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble, man. And boy, oh boy, we gonna need it, man. Because the way these people about to come down on you, man, is gonna be cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. You're not getting no goddamn reparations, man. You're gonna be put in a goddamn concentration camp. You think them so-called Jews is happy that you blacks is all over social media talking about you standing with Palestine? They ready to go in on y'all, man. And we don't have the infrastructure. We don't got the manpower to deal with none of that. Our women's and our kids is not even ours, bro. If everything is about money, reparation, it's not your family. That's the devil's family. They want his face in the dollar bill in their pockets. They want Thomas Jefferson in their pockets. They want Benjamin Franklin in their pockets, man. Psalms 9 and 10. And they that know the name will put their trust in thee, not in princes, not in the government, in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. For thou, Lord, has not forsaken them that seek thee, man. All right? And this is my last precept. This is the book of Baruch 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because of the stiff-necked people. You see? You're not going to hear us. You're still going to go ask for reparations. And you know what? I see you niggas in concentration camp. Lord willing, I pray I could be there. I pray I can endure to the end. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So, bro, we in jail. Just because you niggas is riding around in Mercedes Benzes don't mean that you're not in the land of your captivity. Verse 31, and shall know that I'm the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And that's what we got. We only making these videos for the elect. We not clout chasing. Verse 32, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity. That's what we doing. And think upon my name. You got all these guys coming back talking about that's not the name. Yahweh Shai not the name. What name is it then? That is the name. You niggas smoking a blunt, listening to goddamn Soldier Boy tell them, talking about the Most High name is Garagma Kahagma Dadabahama. Pootie Tang. The Pootie Tang Quadash. That's what y'all niggas is speaking, man. You two bug outs out there, man. And you know what I'm talking about. Think they in Mississippi? Bugged out. Verse 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. Verse 34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Lord is going to bring us into that land. How did the 1948ers come into that land? Through a war. Through men, through carnality. We're going to be bringing spiritually through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and the angels. And they shall be lords over it. We're going to rule that land once again. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. We're not going to be diminished. Ain't nobody going to be paragliding in the kingdom of heaven doing no crazy shit, man. If you even get an idea like that, you want to just blast you out the sky. Verse 35, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people out of Israel, out of the land that I have given them, man. So, hey, man, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, by Shimmer Kadash, may this video be edifying to the listeners, and you will never get no reparation, okay? Unless it comes with the RFID chip. With that being said, Shalom.